Morning, everybody. It's playtime Sunday morning. Bend my knees, everybody. Gotta bend your knees. It's just, yeah. Y'all need some water? Y'all need water? Y'all need some. Okay, apparently y'all need some water. Come here, Stormy. Let's go get some water. Storm, come here. Let's get some water. Come on. You guys need to cool it off a little bit. Yeah. Here's some water. That good kind of water. Yeah. You love this, don't you, Stormy? So much more fun, right? Than beating up your brother. Of course, he wants the real deal. You want the real water? Okay, okay. You can have the real water, buddy. All right, guys. So my Connie Corso's over here trying to get some water from the fountain, which is a good thing. The only thing he has to do is let me have your paw. You can do this, buddy. I believe in you. You know, I know you want the water. You're here for a reason. Yes, there you go, buddy. Keep your foot there. Nope, keep your foot. I know you want water, so you got to keep your foot there. Yep, there you go. You can't take your foot away, or if the water goes away. Well, there it is. You want more water? Stormy, you want water too? Okay, here, you got to put your foot on it. Put your paw. You can do it. Do it by yourself. By yourself. Come on, baby. I know you got it. Yep, almost. Oh, right here. Put on this. Come on, baby. Put your paw. You know what to do. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know how many thousands of times I'm gonna have to do that. Thanks, Mohammed. I appreciate it. We're trying our best to work on it. I don't know how many more times it's gonna take for us to get that into their brains. Nadia, this is for water. So hey, what's up, Casper? Storm and Ray Dad. This is so they can get fresh water whenever they need it. So I'm trying my best to get them to associate putting their paw in there so they can get fresh water when they need it. But it's just incredibly difficult to train them to do it automatically. You know, he doesn't want his foot wet. He wants the water, but he doesn't want his feet wet. Now he walks off. Happy Sunday morning, Casper. Yeah, it's a very long process. So for some reason, it just doesn't come natural to them, and I just don't know exactly how I'm gonna get it done. Oh my God, y'all! I'm trying my best to get these dogs to stop eating sticks. I guess I don't mind that they chew on them, but I just don't want them to ingest it. Oh, you gotta go to school tomorrow? Casper's like, hey, how you doing? I gotta go to school. Yes. Hey, Naomi, good to see you again. I am so anxious for those guys to start using that water fountain. Like, I'm not gonna give up because it's gonna be a great thing. The moment that they realize that they can get fresh water on their own and it's right from the faucet, it's delicious, they get as much as they want, life is gonna be good. But gotta get there, right? Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Ain't that right, big boy? Gotta be patient, huh? Yeah. Oh man. But you could tell they're full of joy this morning. They want to play, play, play. So yesterday was great because after I filmed yesterday or streamed, I took him on a nice jog. And so I've noticed that he's been conserving his energy on the runs. Like he'll slow for no reason. And so while I'm on the yeah, they're so happy. But while I'm on the golf cart, they know that I won't pull them like he's pulling her. I really won't pull them, because I'm trying not to. I don't want it to be an unpleasant experience for them. So when they slow down, they know I slow down. So he's been on purpose slowing down while we're on our runs. And I'm like, dude, you're defeating the purpose. The purpose is I can't run at a 8 minute mile, or what is it, 8 miles per hour, 10 miles per hour. I forget how fast we go, but anyway, I can't run that fast to satisfy my dog, so I just use my golf cart, right? That little thing over there, golf cart. And so when they do run, they get a great workout. But this guy's figured out that if he slows around, he can slow me down. So he's been slowing around on the runs, and it's not been as effective. So I'm like, dude, you need to speed up, man. This is not for me to be, looking like I'm dragging my dog down the road. I need you to run like you're supposed to get that exercise. So he slowed the whole run down. However, it was still okay. I mean, when we got home, they were pretty tired. See that kind of dominance thing, guys. Hey, he is adamant. He is so adamant about trying to tell her he's the more dominant one, but in a nice way. She does it in a mean way. He does it in a nice way. Maybe something distracting him. No, it wasn't. He wasn't even distracted. It was just he just wanted to slow around. Like he was literally just like not trotting. No, he was trotting. He was just not galloping. You know what I mean? Like he refused to gallop. Like she started to gallop a little bit because she knew I wanted to go fast. But he was like, I'll just keep trotting. And so I'm like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And he's just like, trot, 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 trot. So he's figured out a way to conserve his energy to do what he wants to do, which is play rough and do all this stuff. And I'm like, no, buddy. The point of you exercising on this run is to tire you out, so you're satisfied and happy. You come home, you chill, you chew in your bone, and you take a nap. That's what I want you to do. But he's like, nah, I'm gonna take it easy on this run, and then when I get home, I'm gonna do the same thing I'm doing now. Yes, exactly right. He's conserving his energy for what he wants to do, and I'm like, nah, it don't work that way, buddy. And the commercials are pretty smart, y'all. Just if you hadn't figured out, these guys are pretty smart. Which makes me believe that he's also slowballing the water fountain thing, right? Like he's on purpose not getting it just so that someone else can get him water. Thank you. I appreciate you. Amazing. Helen's want me to shout out, is it like mana? Oh, come on, Helen. Eh, How old are you, Helen? Yeah, he likes to be spoiled. Like he wants to be pampered and he wants to use his energy for what he wants to do and not what I want him to do. You know. I mean, this is benign. I like this kind of play, whenever they're interested in a toy and they're, you know, burning calories and energy. This is all cool and dandy. But you see the look that she gave me? Then he wants to put his hand on her back, which is like, I'm more dominant. Mm, this- You're not 62, Helen. uh, Not with a joke like you just did earlier about Likmanats. You're not 62. Uh, y'all are killing me. If you've ever looked at a conning corso's mouth, uh, their mouths are massive. They open up extremely wide. It's actually pretty impressive when he opens his mouth. Um, all that little extra drooping skin just opens wide up, wide open, and it's just my nephew's name is. Okay, well, Helen, you might have help me out with the pronunciation. If you're not joking with me, go ahead and tell me how do you like phonetically pronounce your is it your nephew's name? Because it sounds like if I say that in an English English pronunciation, it sounds like I'm saying something weird. So, so help me build some rapport with your comment there. The writing is beautiful. Thank you, Bogey. She's something else. I mean, this that Rottweiler, she's on a little bit of a weight loss journey, by the way, where she's kind of trimming down a little bit. I mean, she looks great in the sun. I like to see her coat. Now he's hitting me with the stick. He wants to keep going. Oh, dude, you're terrorizing me. Look how big that mouth is, guys. And those yellow eyes that he has. But yeah, she's a beauty. He's not bad himself. Super big, super strong. This game is always fun with him. Oh, because he's so powerful. But I never let him realize. Never give him the impression that he's stronger than me. Kind of a weird little flex there. Leak my. Is it Nats? Is it the last part of it? Is it Nats? Leak my nah. Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah, them yellow eyes, something else. Uh, I've only ever seen one corso in real life, Naomi. Yeah, well, I associate with some Cadi Corso folks. So Naomi, are you familiar with Ozzy the Connie Corso? She's kind of like our sister station. He has four Connie Corsos or five Connie Corsos, and she's about to breed. She's also my coworker. Um, she's got a nice pack. Has a couple bulldogs and has a great station. Very, very, very large channel. Over 160,000 subscribers. But her and I work together. She turned me on to the breed of the Connie Corso. Because Ozzy was her first Connie Corso, and he's a massive guy. Great dog. I met him a couple times, and just a beautiful dog, beautiful specimen of a dog. Very calm, very assertive. Assertive. So she turned me on to the breed. Yeah, check her out. She's a lot of fun to watch. She doesn't. I do lives. She does more like just the videos. Oh, he's pulling me. Um, I think I alluded to her channel yesterday. Boy, you lucky I let you win that. Yeah, Roddy's gonna join the party. Gotta watch your hands, y'all. Yeah, yeah, go check her out. It's really she's got a great little station. I enjoy her watching her, and of course I talk to her almost every day at work. But wonderful individual, just a great channel, and she's got a lot of great advice. I've learned a lot about Connie Corsos from her. Yeah. So that's what I thought. Helen is not 62. It's not an Asian name. She's just trying to. Is it a she? Helen, are you a she or are you a he? Or are they? Uh, Doreen says, finally, I found a video online that's good. Oh, thank you, Doreen. I appreciate you. Yeah, we try to keep it nice. So, Doreen, my philosophy is that, I try my best to show what it's like to have big dogs and what you do in terms of like trying to raise big dogs. And I'm not coming at it from a professional standpoint. I'm not a breeder, just your average guy. Because the thing about it is, you have some enthusiasts out there who have the time and energy to do all the proper training and all that stuff. And I think that's fantastic. I think we should all aspire to be like that. But some people are like, look, how do I get by? I want to have a great dog. I want to have the protection aspect, the natural protection. Like I'm not necessarily having a guard dog. I just like having, a dog that if I were ever in any spot where, I need a little bit of protection, I'd have this dog. So I'm just that kind of that guy that says, all right, this is what I do with my dogs. I'm open to any suggestions. I have a lot of breeders that come on here, a lot of experts that come on, and they offer a lot of great advice. I've learned a lot from people about diets and things like that. And so I just try to keep it like a place where people can ask the basic questions and then go from there. But the other thing I feel about the channel is that there are kids that come on. Like say for instance. Helen who keeps coming on and asking me to say weird stuff. My philosophy is that I just don't think that kids should be exposed to all the negativity that you see on YouTube a lot, and so I prefer that we keep it clean. I don't use a lot of bad language or you know what I mean? Matter of fact, my kid could be on, it's my little girl. So I just appreciate it when people keep it somewhat wholesome. You know what I mean? Somewhat wholesome. So, and I'm not hating on the stations that do adult things because adults are adults. I'm not criticizing the adults. I'm just saying from my channel, if you have some kids that are trying to raise dogs, I prefer them not to be bombarded with a bunch of language and a bunch of, bad stuff. Helen Helen says we don't have that here. It's Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate it. I really do. Yeah, so with these guys, I talk a lot about issues with dominance because I've noticed with him, he's a sweet dog. She's a sweet dog. Both of them are sweet dogs, but they're not that way by accident. You know what I mean? Uh, they takes work. It takes time to get them to be the way they are. And even though I'm not a trainer, I'm a regular Joe, the work that I put in, hey girl, to make these puppies where they're good dogs like this, I try to share that information, and I also try to share things that I've learned about, what not to do. Like in the instance of collars, for instance, you notice my dogs don't have collars on there because we've learned that these dogs, when they play rough, they will grab a hold of the collars and they can get twisted, and your dog can, in fact, die. Okay, and I'm speaking from experience because we lost a dog due to a collar accident. My baby girl, she was playing rough with her brother, got twisted in the collar. The collar got impacted by sand. That was before I put sod down. And I wasn't here, I was at work, but my son couldn't undo the latch. And and so we lost him. And that was a tragic moment for our family. I grieved for a long, long time, but so I make it my mission. I let people know, hey, it's a possibility that if you have collars on and you're now we have a fence here, so my dogs don't get out. They can't get out. You know what I'm saying? But in the backyard, when they're at home, they don't wear collars. They don't need them. Now, when we go out and about, obviously have to use collars because we use a leash and things like that. But but imagine, your dog out here playing and it gets hung on the edge of this, on the collar, gets hung on one of those fence posts or whatever. Those things can happen. So, so I talk about it, you know what I'm saying? And if someone listens to this and it saves them from having an experience that we've had, listen, it was worth it. It was worth it, because that's how I felt. When it happened to us, we were like, I didn't even know it's possible. Like, I mean, like, who tells you that your dog can die from playing around and having a collar on their neck? At home, who says those things? Because from all I know, every dog wears a collar. What's the deal? Now, my dogs are chipped. Don't get me wrong, my dogs are chipped. So if they ever do get out, they do have a chip on their back. So there's a way to identify my dogs. But what the nice thing about them is, um, no, 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 no. So my son was at home when it happened. So they were out. These two, her and her brother, were out here playing around like they normally do, and he was in there studying. He was in college at the time, and then they were playing, and so he didn't really notice anything was going on. And then of course the neighbor, actually, he noticed something. He was like yelling from across the fence, and so he finally came out and he realized what was going on, and he tried his best to undo the latch, but like I said, it was impacted with sand. He ended up calling me, and I'm at work saying, "Hey, get something, get that collar off." I'm freaking out, I'm stressing out, and he went and found some branch clippers in the storage room, and by the time he got the branch clippers to cut it off, of course, we had lost him. And I'm telling you, I cried for a week, y'all. I just cried like a baby. I had lost a kid. I had lost a kid. My wife was devastated. My daughter, it was rough. My son, I mean, he had to deal with the trauma. He was there, I'm laughing out of hurt, not because I'm think it's funny. It really hurt, and I really can't think about it too much. It starts to kind of kind of come back. You know what I mean? So the point being is those things like that are we have to share that knowledge, and if I can do it in a way that, that's entertaining, that's fun, and then we all learn and we save our dogs' lives, I'm happy with that. So yeah, it's very heartbreaking. Yeah, it took me a while. So the cognitive dissonant. No, our neighbor has German shepherds, and another. I think they have two other dogs. I don't know what the breeds are, but yeah, they're next door. Yeah, so Christopher, Chris, is it Krister? Krister, how you say your name? It was, so what happened was, so this dog here, my Rottweiler, she likes to go for the neck, and she likes to, you know, grab things, and so, and even for him, I have to stop her from doing that. I've tried to correct her since she was a puppy, but she would go after the collar, and then she would kind of go like this and twist, and they got twisted up on each other. And then, like I said, the in my backyard was super sandy. This is like right now, what you're looking at is sod. I put sod down, but a lot of the sand, kind of like our neighbors is, if you can kind of see a little bit of his yard, it's kind of sandy. Well, a lot of that sand, it was one of those pinch to release collars. The sand was impacted it, so he couldn't pinch it and release it. It was stuck. So between her tangle up in the collar and then the collar being stuck with sand, he basically was strangulated and died. So anyway, that's how it happened, Krister. Oh, your neighbor has a Roddy and four kids. Yes. So cognitive dissonance. I think if you're an experienced dog owner, I think Rottweilers are great family dogs. Like I honestly would trust her over him with if I had smaller kids. I that's my opinion. I don't. I'm sure. There I've seen some really, really, really well trained Cane Corsos, like really, really well trained Cane Corsos. I went to a local eatery, my wife and I, for breakfast. He looked back at me, and there's this guy he's got a Cane Corso named Bear, and that guy had absolute control of Bear. We immediately just like, oh my God, that's a beautiful Cane Corso, and he's like, oh, you want Bear? And he's like, sure. So he's like, Bear, go over there. So Bear gets up this time. Just like, another one I'm sick of it too. Like, so you have to be more optimistic. Oh, great. So she's great. So I'm a bit on the edge. Family member, so pack leader type person.